Hey everybody, 650 Eves right here, and today we're riding with my good buddy Stunnerway, and he's on my HP4, and we are going to hook up with MustangDame in just a second and ride out to Toledo, Ohio, which is about an hour and a half west, to meet up with my good buddy Turbo Warren on his Turbo Hayabusa, and his son Todd will be there on his built-up Hayabusa. And we intend to put the SMACKDOWN, or I intend to get the SMACKDOWN, whatever it may be. We're going to put it together and do it all for your viewing pleasure. And I told him no wheelies, no wheelies, and he promised me he would not wheelie. And now he's speeding through Hudson, which is not advisable, but okay. So anyway, we're going to jump on the highway here. I'm also testing out a new microphone that was recommended to me by Royal Jordanian, who has an awesome YouTube channel, and I've been subscribed to for a little while now. So hopefully this mic is an improvement over what I have been using. It certainly should be, seeming as it's $70, and the mic that I had prior was about $20. So we'll see. So we just hooked up with MustangDame, and Stunnerway is back there on my HP4. We're about to head out to Toledo, Ohio. So we're going to hook up with my good buddy Turbo Warren, and he's a really cool guy. The first time we met, he took me up on his aeroplane above the filthy skies of Cleveland, Ohio, and we had a really exciting time. We flew over Mid-Ohio Raceway, as you all know was my favorite track. And Stunnerway is going to corner on the HP4, and I'm going to try to keep up with him, because the H2 can corner. It's a big misconception that it can't. It's a great cornering bike. So yeah, we're going to try to hook up with Turbo Warren and see if he wants to dance on his Turbo Hayabusa. And his son will be there as well, Todd, on a built-up Hayabusa. And Stunnerway on the HP4 looks really good. I'm trying to sell it to him, you know. We'll see if he buys it, guys, over the winter. So we might be able to see Stunnerway on a BMW HP4 Bryn Tune Special next year. So stay tuned. So we're going to put a stop to this abuse that I'm taking right now from MustangDame. We're going to put a stop to this right now. We'll see what happens in just a second here. You know, I'm tired of getting bullied on. So, let's just see. Let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens when you pick on somebody your own size. Nugget. Pick on somebody your own size. Nugget. So now we're going to see what happened. 2 Kawasaki H2's ridden by professional riders on a closed course. And besides that, I get to use my heated grips. All right. This is your boy Stunnerway, and we're here today. We're here today on the monstrous H2, better known as the Hulk fucking Dukes. And I just got on this thing, and it's just ridiculous. I don't even know what to say. I was trying to take this with a mild approach, but it's monstrous. It's actually crazy. It's a fucking animal trying to unlock the beast in it. It's a gorgeous bike, I will say that much. And it's just, oh my god, it really takes some getting used to this bike, because
because I'm just sitting here playing with second and third gear, and it's just crazy. It's like when you turn the throttle, the power pulls you so far back, it jerks your wrist and you have to give it more throttle because it's forcing you to. So let me calm down a little because I am a little excited about this bike. I hadn't wanted to ride it because, you know, I'm pretty not too fond of riding other folks' bikes, but I took the opportunity to take this, and because I won't be purchasing one of these $30,000 bikes. But it's a gorgeous bike, and the power, man, I can't even explain the power. If you haven't ridden one, there's nothing in words that I can say to describe the power that this bike has. So with that being said, if you ever have the opportunity to ride this bike, please do so. If you got a buddy, as well, like I do, that will let you ride the bike, do a motovlog on it or something, just to get a feel of what the bike is, please do. And you will be shocked, totally surprised, and I mean, it's just ridiculous. The animalistics of this power that this bike is putting out. So I do want to get a little open space to turn this throttle a little bit, and we will be coming up to it pretty soon, I hope. And I mean, but man, it's crazy. It's something to it's an experience so far. And I've only been on the bike for what, maybe 4 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes so far, and off of first gear, the first 60 seconds off riding this bike, it's already amazing. So, and the throttle is super responsive. Woo! See that? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It takes time to get used to this power. I mean, the throttle is so responsive, it almost gives you a choppy feeling. So, me coming off my GSX-R 1000 to get on this, I mean, there's absolutely, everyone already knows there's no zero comparison, but when whatever you're getting off of compared to this H2 is actually no comparison in the power, I will say. I got off the HP4 and it's a monster also. But getting off the HP4 and getting on this is ridiculous. You cannot compare this bike, the Kawasaki H2 Punk Dukes, to nothing on the road.
So we have two Ninja H2's. And MustangDame is getting the best of him because he knows how to control the wheelie. Gotta tell just a little bit. escort on the James W. Shaughnessy Ohio Turnpike by a state trooper and one of his fancy new Dodge Charger. And he's been behind me for about 4 or 5 miles, and I'm maintaining the speed limit as I always do at 70 miles per hour. He's in the fast lane. I don't know if he came out to admire the bikes or whatever, but we're just taking it easy for our good buddy, the state trooper. I don't know if you can see him in my mirror or not. I can't make any sudden moves or anything, or I might get charged with reckless operation. But I suspect he'll be turning around on one of these turnabouts any moment now. But I think it was just a warning that, you know, to make his presence felt on the Shaughnessy. We get the point. Yeah, he's turning around. We get the point, my good friend. And we know you're had. We know you're had. And that just means that he's radioed ahead to other qualities of his. Say, hey, we got some motorbikes coming down your way. So we're going to have to be on our P's and Q's for the rest of our journey and on the way back. That kind of sucks. These bikes don't like doing the speed limit. It's already up to 76 miles an hour. Well, oh well. A man's got to do what a man's got to do. Oh! Alright, so we're pulling up here for some fuel. Those damn Ninja H2's suck up fuel like nothing. And we got a friendly pooper there, hanging out. It's disabled because my rev limiters increase. That bike, the shift light only goes up to 13.5. So we met a really cool trooper here, MustangDame, Stunnerway and myself. A really cool, nice guy. Just came to hang out with us while we were filling up our bikes and just chatting. So the Ohio State Troopers are really cool, man. I mean, they have a lot of responsibility as being in complete control of the turnpike and the highways. But everyone that I've encountered has been a cool dude like this guy. There's a trooper that works out at my gym with me that's really cool too. So that's the message for you guys. Not all law enforcement are you know, bad guys or use their powers for bad deeds. Most of them, the vast majority that I've ever encountered in my life have been good guys. I've encountered just a couple bad apples, but most of them have been great guys. Now, we're going to actually see Stunnerway's impression of the Kawasaki Ninja H2, see how he liked it, and see if he has any dislikes. MustangDame is over there, fueled up his bike, and we're on our way to Toledo to meet up with my good buddy Turbo Warren. And we're going to see when Aaron is done chatting with his new good buddy there, Mr. Trooper. So stay tuned. So we're in beautiful downtown Toledo, and we're going to pull over somewhere here and look for our good buddy Turbo Warren and his crew. I have no idea where they could be, and he has no idea where I'm at. So we got a MustangDame right here, and I got Stunnerway on my HP4. And Stunnerway rode the H2 a little while ago, and he's going to give us his opinion of it in just a second. As soon as we find some sort of activity, I think there's a Shell gas station that I just saw, but there isn't too much going on in this downtown area. But if Turbo Warren is truly had, I should be able to tell him to meet me on North Ontario and Monroe Avenue at the Shell. And we'll see. Hey everybody, 650 Ebs right here, and Stunnerway just got off of my Kawasaki Ninja H2. He rode it for the first time. What are your impressions of this bike, Stunnerway?
It's an animal.
Mm-hmm.
The bike overall, I mean, I remember when you first got it, you told me, dude, I got to get used to the bike first.
Mm-hmm.
Dame said the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And now I know why.
Right.
You can't just get on this thing and expect to be smooth with it. Excuse me. And tame the beast that's inside of this bike.
Right.
And that was stock before y'all even got y'all pipes.
Yes.
And the tunes and stuff.
Right.
So I was impressed before I rode it and after riding it. Power wise, ain't no other street bike out here strong like this.
Right. And you rode it for over 100 miles from Cleveland to Toledo, and you got to test everything. The quick shifter, you're launching the bike. You were with MustangDame, and you got an opportunity to see how it fares up against another fast bike. So how is it when you're trying to take off from a rolling start in second gear?
In second gear, it's like first gear on an HP4.
Okay.
It's like first gear. I mean, it's even stronger. You can't compare any other bike, no other bike. BMWs, Cowies, ZX10s, Yamahas. You can't compare no other bike to it. Power wise, you can't. There is no comparison except for another H2 in power. You know, that's why. You know, they don't make a stretch swing arm for this bike. Everything is stock height on it. As a stock height bike, in order to, it's hard to even put what I'm trying to say in words, but
Right.
any other bike compared to the H2, it needs every advantage that it can get.
Okay.
It needs every advantage. You stretch out an H2, drop it to the ground, and that's it. And I don't think it's not a bike on this planet that can beat this bike.
Wow. So now do you see the issues I was having when I raced Trans Am guy when he was in town back in July? His bike is lowered and stretched. This is stock wheelbase. At the time I had the stock rear sprocket 42 tooth on the back, and I encountered a lot of wheelie issues. Did you encounter those issues when you raced MustangDame today?
First, second, third, and fourth gear.
Wow. Wow. So you can attest that it is pretty difficult to manage this bike when you're trying to do a rolling race. Okay.
I even tried to shift early to keep it on the ground, and you lose a lot of power when you shift too early.
Right.
And then, you know, not being familiar with the bike, I shift too late and hit the rev limiter a couple times.
Well, that's not your fault. The rev limiter on the H2 only goes up to 13,500. I've had my rev limit increased significantly from that, so you really have to get a feel for the bike. At this point, I know where I need to shift because I've been riding it long enough. Since I had the rev limit increased, I know where it's at. But for you, I meant to warn you about that. I need to just turn off the shift light, but actually it's kind of helpful because at least it gets my mind ready to shift, but I know I'm not going to shift when that shift light comes on.
So, why I actually that happened? Because the dash,
it flashes.
It flashes.
It flashes.
That's the actual shift light.
That's the shift light on this one. There is no physical light. It flashes.
Okay.
So I know that after it flashes, I've got X amount of seconds before I need to shift. You didn't know that. And so for that reason, MustangDame took advantage of you repeatedly. Woo. To the point that you're bloody and bruised.
Right.
I
need some tampons.
But yeah, so you got to ride the bike. You're impressed with it. How was the quick shifter on the bike?
Man, it's cold. That motherfucker. And the way it sound it sound like a fucking gunshot going off when you shifting these things. Pow!
Yeah.
Pow!
Right.
Man, these bikes sound sweet as fuck.
They do. I really enjoyed watching you two go back and forth today. Even though MustangDame won the majority of the races.
Those times that I beat you, were they legit?
There were a couple times, yeah, that you mastered taking off. And it takes...
I actually got lucky. Because I got lucky and got a good shift. And and the one time you didn't flag us, I got the hit on him, so that helped.
Yeah. Yep. Excellent. So You heard it from himself. He's very impressed with riding the H2. He realizes that it takes a lot of effort to master this motorcycle because of the massive power, especially when you're engaging in a roll-on second gear race. MustangDame got the advantage on him today. MustangDame has a very fast Ninja H2. It's been modified, and so is this one. But today it was all about Stunnerway and MustangDame, and MustangDame was on top. Indeed, and he's very happy about that, and I am too, because that's what it's all about. I mean, you guys want to see, you know, how often are you going to get two Ninja H2's side by side with folks that want to actually use them like they're supposed to be used? That's not going to happen very often, and that's what I intend to bring to you on the 650 EVE channel. Now, as you know, I'm transitioning myself out of the SmackDowns, but that doesn't mean that my channel is not going to have the occasional SmackDown here and there. You will see more activity like this. You will see my good buddy Turbo Warren. He had an issue with one of the guys that he was riding with today, and he couldn't meet us here in Toledo, where we are right now. He had to head back to beautiful Detroit. So we will catch up with Turbo Warren at another time. Nice. Now look at that. Look at the paint job on that beautiful thing. Hey, ladies. That's beautiful. That is gorgeous. Hey, Stunnerway, she has the M4 exhaust. She has the M4 exhaust. Oh, look at that. Look at the clutch thingy. Wow. Look at that.
Where you guys from?
Cleveland?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
I'm 650 EVE.
Hello.
Hi.
Damon.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
How you doing? How you doing? Nice to meet you. Thanks for pulling over. Oh no, that is so gorgeous. Do you mind if I feature this on my YouTube channel? Awesome. This is beautiful. Look at the frame too. Jeez. And the helmet matches?
I didn't even notice the helmet.
All right.
I just got it back.
Oh yeah?
They stole it.
What?
And I got it back, and it was all in one piece.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
We went to
You're at a
yeah.
venue.
Oh.
Check the venue.
Yep, I came out and it was gone. And I shared it all over Facebook and everything.
And it was painted like this when they took it?
Yep.
They should have known they couldn't get too far with a custom bike like this.
Oh no, this is what
That
happened.
I went to with her husband. He saw it in a storage unit.
Okay.
He worked on like the garage, the door part or whatever.
So we couldn't hook up with Turbo Warren. One of the people that he rode out here with had an issue with their bike. I think it was an HP4 that had some sort of motor issue. And so Turbo Warren had to turn around and go back to Detroit. Oh, hey, hey, that's not your property. You burn your own clutch out. Don't burn mine out. You jag off. So yeah. So since we're stuck here in Toledo and we're starving, we didn't eat lunch because we tried to get out here in a timely fashion. We're just going to try to find a Chipotle to grab our lunch / dinner because it's 5 o'clock and I don't eat after 6 o'clock unless it's fruit or Chobani yogurts. So we're going to grab a quick burrito and head back to filthy Cleveland. That's a nice building. And just take in the sights and sounds of Toledo since we happen to be here. Alright? So you guys can't say that I've been ducking and dodging and not wanting to race people. I don't even have my BST wheels yet, but it was such a beautiful day weather-wise that I contacted Warren and said, let's meet up in Toledo to put the SmackDown on each other. And I had every intention on doing that. I'm actually here in Toledo, but Turbo Warren had an issue. So you will see no Turbo Busa versus H2 races today. But what you will see, and what you will hear, is a loud-ass Brock's Performance full titanium exhaust CT megaphone. Some very nice ladies we just met. And you get to hear me blabbing at the jaws for a few moments as we take a look at some old rustic buildings that have character and charm in the city of Toledo. And we'll probably, after we get some food in our bellies, peruse the neighborhood and see what this town is all about. Images of this beautiful motorcycle on the road, and it's just an absolutely stunning work of art. It looks like the neighborhood has improved quite a bit, so there should be a Chipotle around here somewhere. Whenever there's a beautiful Chick-fil-A with a cow manicured grass statue, you know, that's always a sign that the neighborhood's pretty good. So here we are, finally at the Chipotle, so we can grab our lunch slash dinner. We're gonna park right here in the open. And we'll probably eat outside. Yes, we will. So we can keep our eyes on these puppy dogs. All right, we're fueled up, and we're about to leave Toledo after having oh boy, that truck's seen better days, huh? Yeah, after having a meal at Chipotle, Stunnerway and MustangDame and myself are about to head back to filthy Cleveland. And it was unfortunate that we were unable to race Turbo Warren here in Toledo, but another time. All right, so we fueled up for what should be the last time on our journey home from Toledo, Ohio, where we had intentions on engaging in some SmackDowns with Turbo Warren, and he was bringing a fellow on an HP4 as well. Stunnerway was riding mine, and it promised to be some good action, but something happened to the gentleman's HP4, and Turbo Warren and his crew had to turn back around and head back to beautiful Detroit. So we're going to head home now, and had some good fun. Had some good racing in there between Stunnerway and MustangDame. MustangDame ended up winning 5 races, and Stunnerway won just 3. And Stunnerway was on my H2 at the time. But Stunnerway, as you heard him say earlier, had to adjust to the bike's brute power. And once he was able to do that, it was all good. So we're going to jump back on the James W. Shaughnessy. Alright, so we concluded our wonderful day riding out to Toledo, Ohio to try to meet up with Turbo Warren, but we ran into technical difficulties on his end. But we'll try to get that race rescheduled before the end of the season, but it's getting chilly out. We'll have to see. But Stunnerway enjoyed his ride on the HP4, and he enjoyed his ride on the Kawasaki Ninja H2. And it was just a nice day to be out riding for middle of October, so we're not that mad at all. And we enjoyed our time out there, hanging out with MustangDame, Stunnerway, and our good buddies, the Ohio State Troopers. So stay tuned for more videos, some great stuff coming up. The BST carbon fiber wheels for the Ninja H2 should arrive next week. Stay tuned. And as always, thanks for viewing.